What if I told you there's a single Japanese concept that could completely transform how you think about your career, your relationships, and your entire life? A concept so powerful that it's been credited with helping people live longer, happier, and more fulfilled lives. So, in Japan, there is a word called Ikigai, and it literally translates to reason for being. But here's what's fascinating. People who discover their Ikigai not only just find purpose, they actually tend to live about a decade longer than those who don't. Stick around because in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how to find your Ikigai using a simple framework that's been refined over centuries. And by the end of this video, you'll have a clear roadmap to discovering not just what you should do with your life, but what you were born to do. So have you ever gone through the weekend, you've had a great time with your friends, with your family, but when it comes to Sunday night, you get a little bit of those Sunday scaries or kind of butterflies in your stomach about anxiety starting to creep in about the week's work that is ahead. Now, I want to let you know that this is pretty common for a lot of different folks, sometimes including myself. This is what I call the golden handcuffs. So, too comfortable to leave, too miserable to stay, but maybe you also just like your job too as well. And you're fine with doing it, but you have other strong hobbies and passions that you want to do on the side. So I'm going to head and share my screen and we're going to get into Ikigai. And I have a representation here to actually show you what this means. So as you can see here on my screen, here is Ikigai. So to understand it, really, it comes down to four fundamental questions. So what you love and what you're passionate about. So what activities make you lose track of time? What topics would you talk about for hours? What did you love doing as a child? What brings you joy and excitement? The next one is what you're good at. So your mission, what skills come naturally to you? What do people frequently ask you for help with? What have you invested your time in developing? And what do you do better than most people? The next one is what the world needs. What problems do you see that need solving? What gaps exist in your industry or community? What would you do to make the world a better place? What challenges do people around you face? The last one is what you can get paid for, so your vocation. What valuable outcomes can you create for others? What are people willing to invest money in? How can your skills generate income? What economic opportunities align with your abilities? So think about those questions for a little bit, but the magic really happens in these overlaps. It's where they intersect. So passion and mission, something you love and are good at, but might not be profitable or needed. Mission plus profession, something you're good at, the world needs, but you might not love or get paid well for. Profession and vocation, something the world needs and pays for, but you might not love or excel at. Vocation and passion, something you love and can be paid for, but might not be good at or needed. But the cool thing is here is that when all four overlap, that right there is your Ikigai. That's your sweet spot. And that, of course, is where all of the magic happens. So let's dive even further down into Ikigai. And I'm going to show you my own Ikigai. And we can go through this for how I've thought about this for myself. All right, so I'm sharing my screen here and I have my own Ikigai up. And this is pretty simple. This doesn't need to be overcomplicated, but I would definitely say to take your time and to think about it intentionally, I think would be the best way to go about this. So what am I good at? Personally, for me, I believe I'm good at leadership. That's what I have my degree in. I believe that I love entrepreneurship and have a lot of valuable skills as far as that goes. I think I'm very good at management. I can lead a team. I can develop a team and have them achieve some high goals. I believe I'm good in project work. I think I'm pretty good in sales. I've worked in sales. pretty good in customer service, customer experience. And I think I have a lot of skills and knowledge about the YouTube platform and the analytics behind it, how to upload, how to edit thumbnails, all that sort of stuff. And I think that that's a very valuable skill right now. So what you love and what you're passionate about, let's go through that. So again, entrepreneurship, leadership, sports, snowboarding and skiing. I love that from my middle school days in Utah. I love learning new skills, and I'm really interested in reading a lot right now about business. Reading and watching videos on anything and everything entrepreneurship and business is something I'm very, very passionate about right now. So, I mean, obviously, I like a lot more than that, there's no doubt, but for the sake of this exercise, I thought I'd keep it a little bit more high level. So what the world needs, again, this is just me kind of going through this with my own thoughts, but I think more entrepreneurs, more innovative ideas, blue ocean concepts, if you've heard of blue ocean versus red ocean, a lot more love, quite honestly, a lot more of human-to-human connection, and I think that this will be even more prevalent with the rise of AI. I believe compassion and humility. I also believe in reciprocity. Reciprocity to me is about doing good just to do good and not expecting anything in return. Just do good to be a good human being. I think that we could have a lot more of that around our communities. And then just in general, have more fun. I mean, I'm a busy parent. Once upon a time, I was single and I had a ton of fun. And not that I say I'm not having fun now for sure, but I think especially when you get into your 30s and 40s, I think having more fun is a good thing to do. So, all right, what can I be paid for? Entrepreneurship, leadership, both in jobs and entrepreneurship. It's a very, very high ticket skill that'll lead you really, really well throughout your career. Sales for sure, right? Sales in every aspect of life. Management skills, I can manage teams and develop them, like I've said. YouTube platform, high ticket skill in my opinion. Education. This is my version of the Ikigai. And where do you see that this is all kind of crossing paths? So do you see entrepreneurship and all three of these? Entrepreneurs, I guess, right here too. And then right here down for me. So guess what my Ikigai is? And it's been in my head for a while, but being an entrepreneur, starting my own business, having my own YouTube channel, talk to you guys about it, building a community around this, helping support and guide people, driving really fun and innovative ideas, and being a really good steward with great integrity. That's what I really want to leave behind and be known for when my time is done. So let me know what you think of that. Your Ikigai action plan, this is where I want it to come down to. Here's exactly what you need to do in the next 24 hours. Grab a piece of paper and draw 4 overlapping circles, just like you saw me doing in the beginning. Spend 5 to 10 minutes brainstorming honest answers for each one of those circles, if not more. And don't filter yourself either. Write down everything that comes to your mind. Look for themes and patterns across your list. Circle items that appear in multiple categories, and then identify your top items in each of your circles. Like you just saw for me, obviously entrepreneurship was identified in each one of my circles. So step 3, the intersection exercise. So find where your top items overlap. Ask yourself, what would it look like if I combine these elements? And then write down 3 to 5 potential Ikigai statements. Step 4, the reality test. So share your potential Ikigai with 3 people who know you well. Ask them, something along the lines of, does this sound like me? What am I missing? And then refine based on their feedback. And then step 5, take one small action. So within 7 days, choose one element of your Ikigai to explore further. So take just one concrete step, have a conversation, do a research, spend 30 minutes writing that book, start a small project, etc. So action creates clarity. I'll say that again. Action creates clarity. I really feel today, and this is very specific to me too, but I feel like a lot of people might resonate with this, is that I don't know if I need more information. I definitely need more action. Action leads to results, right? Action leads to clarity. Here's what most people get wrong about finding their purpose. They think it's supposed to hit them like a jolt, like lightning. But Ikigai really isn't discovered. It's kind of cultivated. It's not a destination. It's more or less of a practice. So, your Ikigai might evolve, as you grow. And I want to let you know too, that's definitely not failure. That's growth. I think even a year from now, your priorities, your life, maybe you got married, whatever big life events that can happen that can drastically change your Ikigai. And I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. So let me boil this down for you. You have one life, one chance to make the impact that I believe that you're capable of making. So, one opportunity to wake up really excited about your days instead of counting them down to the weekend. So your Ikigai is out there. It is the intersection of who you are, what you love, what you're good at, and what the world needs from you. The question is whether you have a purpose, and you definitely do, and whether you'll take the time to discover it. So start today. Your future self will definitely thank you. So what is your first step going to be? Drop a comment below and let me know which of those 4 circles you're going to tackle first. And if this helped you, please share it with someone else who needs to find their Ikigai too. Hope you guys have a hell of a rest of your week. Take care.